It was an ordinary morning at a rural school in Zimbabwe, until dozens of children looked up and saw something they would never forget. A silver craft descending, strange beings stepping out, and a message they believed was meant for humanity itself. This is the story of the Ariel School UFO Incident, one of the most compelling close encounters ever recorded. Ariel School, just outside the small farming town of Ruwa, sat in the middle of wide, open bushland. On September 16, 1994, it was like any other day. Over 60 children were outside during a mid-morning break. Teachers were inside, leaving the kids free to play. But then something unusual appeared on the horizon. The children reported seeing a shiny metallic object gliding silently through the air before landing near a thicket of bushes. Some described it as a disc, others as a silver oval. Then came the figures. Small beings in black, skin-tight suits emerged. Their heads were large, their eyes enormous, black and unblinking. Each child was interviewed separately. Despite their young age, their accounts were strikingly consistent. Many said the beings did not speak with words, but with thoughts. Some described receiving a message about the dangers of harming the environment, about how humans were putting the earth at risk. One student later recalled, "They told us the world would end if we don't take care of it." The incident quickly drew attention. Harvard psychiatrist Dr. John Mack, who has studied UFO encounters, flew to Zimbabwe to meet the children. He concluded their testimony was sincere, not fantasy, not fabrication. Even decades later, he maintained that something extraordinary happened in that schoolyard. Of course, not everyone was convinced. Skeptics suggested it was mass hysteria. Children, they argued, could have been influenced by stories, movies, or even one another's imaginations. But critics of that view point out that most of the kids had little access to Western media, and their stories never wavered. Today, many of those children are adults, and remarkably, most still stand by their accounts. They speak of how the event shaped their outlook. Some became environmentalists, others deeply spiritual. For them, it was not just a story of lights in the sky, but of a warning of our future. So what really happened that day in Zimbabwe? Was it a shared vision, a trick of young minds, or an encounter with something beyond our world? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. But if the message was real, the question remains, have we listened?